I thought today, rather than pontificating about how amazing hypnosis is, I thought I'd show you what it is that I do to myself as a way for resolving my own conundrums. When I notice that something is a little bit off, I notice a feeling, then I place myself in hypnosis and I go there and I discover the message behind it, okay? Because you can use this, and I use this, for pretty much anything that I feel a little bit off on. And that might be a dilemma, a conflict. It might be that I'm feeling a bit ill. It might be that I'm lacking in energy. It doesn't really matter. I will use this as a tool to analyze myself and see what the rest of me says. I'm going to offer you today is an induction that you can experience yourself along with me. All I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate what I do to me, what I know works with me. Hopefully some of that, hopefully the majority of that resonates with you as well. But please bear in mind that normally hypnotherapy is a collaborative experience. So we go in there together and we work together. So I can't do that when I'm on a one-sided video. So I'm going to have to guess. As a result, some of the things that I say you might love, and some of the things they might just kind of waft over you as if nothing deep and meaningful is going on. And if so be it, effectively, but get out of it what you can. This is going to be particularly useful for you if you find yourself at this moment lacking in mojo, lacking in energy. If a quiet voice at the back of your mind seems to be a bit tired or seems to be telling you that something needs to give. Okay, so kind of hazard warning first, please don't follow along with my words, don't watch the video or listen to the audio. If you're driving, if you're operating machinery, please only participate in this process if it's safe and if it's completely appropriate to do so. But if you would like to place yourself in a very deeply restorative state, if you would like to recharge your batteries, if you would like to find a harmony inside of yourself, then what I would encourage you to do is just to find a quiet spot. Take a seat, or you can lie down on a bed, but maybe close the door. If there's someone around, then just let them know that you'd like a bit of peace and quiet for the next 15-20 minutes or so, because you want to do something which is intuitive, which is deeply inner, relationally positive. It doesn't matter if things around you are going on, but you'll have a more deeply immersive experience if you permit yourself to dive in. And so the least distractions that there are around you, the better, let's say. But if there are noises going on around you, they won't bother you. Just kind of take the assumption that this is the world going about its business, and that's perfectly natural and normal, and hooray for that sort of thing. Okay, so with that in mind, and bearing in mind this is the way that I bring myself into a beautiful state of self-hypnosis, but you can follow along and see how it works for you. And rest assured, at the end, I will bring you out. No one's ever got stuck in hypnosis in the entire history of hypnosis anyway. So what I would suggest you do is set yourself the intention that you're going to have a deeply relaxing experience, that you're going to have a deeply restorative experience, that you're going to have a deeply connective experience, that you're going to open up to all of you and make yourself well. And if that sounds good, perhaps you even feel a tingle somewhere in your body in response to that. And as you sat there and you're listening to my words, maybe you can already notice your body becoming more still, more calm, and that it's remarkably easy to find the stillness inside of you. And so now I'd like you to just take a deep breath. Keep your eyes open for now, watching the screen or finding a spot on the ceiling. Hold the breath and let that breath go. Allowing that stillness to settle. Taking a second good deep breath. Hold the breath and let that breath go. And whatever it is that you're looking at, maybe you can stop focusing so intently upon it and just kind of look through it. Look at it in a more of a dreamy state. Maybe you can notice your peripheral vision expanding. Maybe you can relax the space in between your eyes. And maybe you can find the peace there. And taking a good third deep breath. Hold the breath. And as you let that breath go, if your eyes are still open, then just close them down. Focus on your inner experience. Any sounds around you don't bother you in the slightest. You're just here for a moment for yourself. A moment to look after yourself. And a moment to discover the messages inside of you. Focus on the stillness in your body. Notice the support of whatever it is that you're sat upon. Notice the air that you breathe in. Notice the texture of the clothing that touches your skin. Bring your attention to your left elbow. Bring your attention to your right elbow. Follow your breathing in and out. And with your eyes closed, just allow yourself to go deeper. Deeper into this sense of stillness. Eyes relaxed. Little muscles around the eyes relaxed. Cheekbone relaxed. Jaw relaxed. The little muscles around your neck relaxed. Your shoulders relaxed, loose. Breathing at ease. Discovering the place inside of you that feels most comfortable. Every nerve, every fiber in your body, every muscle, loose and limp, calm and comfortable. Perhaps you notice a tingling sensation somewhere in your body. And if you do, send it warmth, send it relaxation, and allow it just to be. And thank it. Now perhaps your body is feeling deeply relaxed. very still, very calm. And you can notice your heart beating in your chest. You can notice the feeling of your diaphragm as you breathe in and breathe out. And so at this moment, I'd like to invite your mind to become just as relaxed as your body. Breathing in peace, and breathing out any tension. I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye the number 100. And I'd like you to imagine what it will feel like as your mind goes completely clear. Because just with the power of your powerful imagination, we're going to imagine that with every number that you count backwards along with me, with every single number that you count backwards, the feeling of relaxation in your mind as well as in your body doubles in relaxation. And so a funny thing, of course, is going to happen very, very rapidly. Those numbers are just going to relax away completely. And it's not about the numbers. So you don't need to focus too intently on the numbers. Just use them as a vehicle to calm your mind. And so remembering with every number that you count backwards to double the feeling of relaxation in your mind as well as your body, so that very rapidly, maybe by 98 or even sooner, they just relax away completely. Start counting backwards along with me very slowly. On 100. Deeper relax. On 99. Deeper relax. On 98. Doubling that feeling of relaxation. And then just sending them away. Sending them away. Perhaps you imagine them disappearing in the air, perhaps they disappear from a blackboard, perhaps they float off, up in the sky or beyond the horizon. I don't know, whatever makes sense to you. But let them be gone and acknowledge to yourself that they're gone. And notice how still that feels, how quiet that feels, how exquisite that feels. And the sense of heightened awareness, a sense of pure connectivity with your mind and your body. And it's just as if you can scan the whole of your body and check in with yourself. And we're going to go even deeper. Just because it feels wonderful. Because your subconscious always knows a place which is deeper, more complete, more comfortable, more at ease. And so I'm going to imagine being on the ground floor, and beneath me are levels A, level B, and level C. And go from the ground floor down to level A. I'm going to double this feeling of relaxation. To go from level A down to level B, I'm going to double that feeling of relaxation. To go from level B down to level C. Level C will be my personal basement of relaxation, and for you it might be different, and that's perfectly okay. And so in front of me I can get a sense of a lift and an elevator. But perhaps for you, you might want to see a set of stairs or an escalator. I'm going to allow the doors to open on the lift. I'm going to see the bank of buttons. I'm going to press the button for level A. Allow the doors to close behind me. I'm going to sink down to level A. Only arriving at level A when I have doubled this feeling of relaxation. Noticing the sensations in your body as you drift deeper and deeper. Arriving at level A. Noticing what you might notice at level A. For me, level A is very calm, very quiet, very simple. Nothing going on. Beneath me is level B, so I'm going to turn back round, face that bank of buttons, press the button for level B. Maybe you want to take your stairwell, the handrail. Maybe you want to join me in the elevator and the lift down to level B. Only arriving at level B when again we double that feeling of relaxation. Having arrived at level B, it's kind of similar to level A. Much quieter, more simple, more peaceful. Beneath me is level C. Level C is the personal basement of my relaxation for today. I'm going to press the button for level C. Allow the doors to close. The lift has changed slightly. And drift down to level C, down to my personal basement of relaxation, which looks really interesting. Sense of ease, sense of peace, sense of excitement, sense of true curiosity, a sense of unlimited potential, vast imagination. Connectivity with my organism, connectivity with all things. No thoughts. And if you do by chance have thoughts that come, just let them wander away, because they're completely unnecessary. We're not here to experience your thoughts. That'll come much later. And for now, in this place of calm that we call hypnosis, I want you to find that part of you has lost its mojo. Find that part of you that seems a bit tired. Part of you that has a very quiet voice. I don't know how that part feels to you. But you know where it is. And I'd like you to find it in your body. And as you do, maybe you notice a particular sensation in your body. Maybe your eyelids are flickering. Maybe your skin feels warm. But noticing what you notice, find the place in your body where that feeling, that lack of mojo, that lack of energy, lack of motivation, lack of direction, where that resides, just for this moment in time. Whereabouts in particular is that feeling? And when you've found that feeling, maybe you want to touch it. Maybe you want to touch that part of your body, if that makes sense. Thank it. Say hello. Maybe send it some love. I'd like you to notice what you notice about that part of your body, about that feeling. Does it have a shape? Does it have a color? Does it have a name? Does it have a movement? Does it have a texture? Does it have a temperature? And noticing what you're noticing, I'd like you to put that feeling out in front of you. Knowing that you're completely safe, that this is a part of you which is looking after your best interest, just like all the parts of you. Feeling very comfortable, and with every breath, just allowing this feeling of relaxation to become even more at ease. I want you to notice that part out in front of you. Notice what it looks like. Notice if it has a movement, if it has a shape, if it has a color. Is it moving at all? Is it pulsing? I'd like you to invite it in its own time to give you its message. You're deeply relaxed here, and it's very safe for it to explain to you. There's no judgment involved, just curiosity. And so I'd like that part to express itself. Perhaps it feels familiar to see this part, to get a sense of this part. Perhaps it feels very strange. And that's okay. Because you're here to explore the parts of you that ordinarily get less opportunity to speak, to express themselves. So I'd like you to say hello, make friends with this part. Ask it where it's been. Ask it how it's feeling. Ask it what it would like to say to you now, in this moment. Knowing that at a different moment it might have something else to say. And that's perfectly okay. But right now, what is its truth? Give that part of you all the time that it needs. And when you're ready, thank it. Bathe it in whatever it is that it needs. Ask it. Ask it what it needs. And with the power of your powerful imagination, send it that. Bathe it in whatever it is it needs so that it feels safe. Ask it, would it like to have more communication with you? Other ways that you could bring it out again more easily at a future moment. Tell it you'd love to build a deeper relationship with it so that it feels safe and secure to express itself more easily at any moment in the future. Or whatever it is that feels most appropriate to you at this moment in time. And then when you're ready, if it feels safe and comfortable and appropriate to do so, bring it back. Place it back inside your body. Maybe the color has changed slightly, maybe the texture has changed slightly, maybe the movement has changed slightly, whatever. Maybe you even want to rate the feeling and notice, has the feeling changed? And then when you're ready, and you feel fully integrated with that part again, to take in a good deep breath. And as you exhale, just send a wave of gratitude throughout the whole of your body, breathing in a powerful sense of peace. Breathing out a sense of energy, a sense of vivaciousness. Breathing in peace. And breathing out whatever needs most to be expressed at this moment. Filling yourself with energy, filling yourself with kindness, filling yourself with love, filling yourself with whatever makes most sense to you in this moment in time. And I'm going to count out from 1 to 5 to bring you back up to state of full and present awareness, alertness, but bringing with you the sense of understanding, the sense of congruence, of completeness, of integrity, of understanding, of wisdom, of kindness with yourself. So on 1 now, bringing yourself back up to a state of full awareness, feeling absolutely wonderful, feeling like you've had a tremendous night's rest. 2 now. 2, noticing whatever it is that you notice, noticing perhaps the need to open your eyes, to fill your lungs with air and to bring yourself back up to a state of full and present awareness. On 3, feeling as free as a bird, free to be yourself, free to be the wonderful self that you always have been. 4, now it's like fresh spring water is bathing your eyes, whooshing through your mind. And on 5, taking in a good deep breath, a stretch, opening your eyes if they're not open. Noticing what you notice. And I hope that was deeply moving for you. I hope that was materially of benefit to you, because this is the sort of thing that you can do to yourself whenever you choose to do so. I had my eyes open through much of this process because hypnosis is not a state of eyelids, and I had some little flies, and indeed I had a wasp that was buzzing around. So I don't know if that's on the screen, but anyway, I was visited by a chipmunk, and I was visited by a deer. And the deer came very, very close. It was very curious. And it came just at the moment that I invited the part to speak. And I don't know if that's a metaphor, or if that's the universe sending a gift, or if it's just complete happenstance. Who knows? Who cares? But it was a beautiful moment, beautiful moment. And I hope whatever it was that you experienced was equally beautiful, equally important. The subconscious tends to speak quietly. Your conscious mind tends to immediately feel the urge to edit it. If you notice that, pay attention. These are the moments where the truth in your body is trying to express itself. And it's a tremendous way of understanding yourself and resolving your conflicts. So thank you for watching. I hope it's going to help you to regain that mojo, effectively, to get out of the story of the limiting parts of this fixed idea box which we think is us, and open you up to a more free sense of your own opportunity. You're leaving your story for a brief moment and considering other stories. And then you can, with your conscious mind, when you open your eyes again, you can kind of see how that fits in, and you can make sense of things that before were just ever so slightly out of reach. So yeah, voila! I do this to myself all the time, all the time. It's the most powerful tool I've ever come across, because you can use it to fix yourself in an unlimited manner, in an unlimited number of ways, in an unlimited number of opportunities. It's extraordinary. So if that kind of worked, but it didn't quite work, then obviously, as I say, I don't know who you are. I don't know what it is that resonates with you. So I would encourage you, if it's something that's of interest, give me a contact. You can send me a message. I do free consultations, free chats with people to explain what's going on and to see what it is, and maybe I can help guide you. Or you can hunt out a book. You can find out about self-hypnosis. There's a wonderful book, which is quite tricky to find, but it's a good book by a guy called Gil Boyne, who is one of the masters in of the past. He's got a good little book on guiding yourself into self-hypnosis. And play around with it. This is something that practice makes perfect. The more you do this, the more intuitive it becomes. The easier it becomes, the quicker it becomes. And be your best friend. Practice self-love. Be the sort of friend that you would need for yourself if your life depended upon it. Make it that important. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much and goodbye. I'm still bestowed by the gift of this beautiful, beautiful deer. And he's just kind of wandering behind, or she's just kind of wandering. And it's obviously breakfast time. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Cheers. Bye.